Hello, superstars, and welcome back to Fun-Filled Figures. Today, we're starting an exciting three-part adventure all about time. We're going to learn how to read a clock, how to calculate time, and even solve some tricky time word problems. By the end of all this, you're going to be a true time master. So to kick things off, let's start with a story. It's all about our friend Luna, and, well, she's having a little bit of time trouble. So this is Luna. One morning she woke up and, the sun was already way high in the sky. She was late. She jumped out of bed, grabbed her bag as fast as she could, and just ran for the door. But as she ran outside, she saw it. The big yellow bus was already pulling away from the curb. Oh no, she missed it. So, what do you think happened? Why did poor Luna miss her ride to school? What could be the reason? Let's find out. She missed the bus because she didn't know how to read the clock. But hey, don't you worry, because that is exactly what we're here to learn today. Together, we're going to help Luna and you become total time-telling experts. All right, team, let's help Luna figure out this whole time thing so she never ever misses the bus again. Are you ready? Okay, but first, I've got to ask you a question. Do you know what we use to tell time? Yes, that's it, a clock. Today we're going to learn how to read a clock, step by step. Let's dive right in. Now, every clock has three really important parts, and we call them hands. First up, we have the hour hand. See it? It's the short, kind of chubby one, and it tells us the hour. Second, there's the minute hand. That's the long one, and you guessed it, it tells us the minutes. And third, we have the second hand. It's that super thin one that just zooms around. And of course, we can't forget the numbers. A clock has numbers all the way from 1 to 12 all around its face. These numbers are super important for helping us figure out the time. Okay, ready for our first step? When you look at a clock, the very first thing you always want to look for is the short hour hand. That's the key. And here's a really special time-telling word for you. O'clock. You see, whenever that long minute hand is pointing straight up to the number 12, we say o'clock. So if the short hour hand is on the 3 and the long minute hand is on the 12, what time is it? It's 3 o'clock. Easy, right? Okay, let's try one. The hour hand is pointing to the 7, and look, the minute hand is right up on the 12. So, what time is it? You got it. It's 7 o'clock. Great job, everyone. You're getting this so fast. Now that we've totally mastered the hour hand, it's time to learn all about its partner, the long minute hand. And here's a pretty cool fact for you. When that minute hand travels all the way around the clock in one big circle, that's exactly 60 minutes. And you know what 60 minutes makes? One whole hour. To read the minutes, it's like a fun counting game. We just count by fives for each number on the clock. Come on, let's do it together. Are you ready? Let's go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Wow, fantastic counting, everyone. So how do we actually read them together? It is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Seriously. Step 1, look at that short hour hand. Now here's a key tip. If it's between two numbers, the hour is always the number it just passed. Step 2, check out the long minute hand and just count by fives for each big number you see, starting from the 12. And finally, step 3, put it all together and say that time loud and proud. You know, some times are so popular, they actually get their own special names. When it's 15 minutes past an hour, we can call it quarter past. When it's 30 minutes past, we say half past. And when there's only 15 minutes to go before the next hour, we can say quarter to. It's kind of like a secret code for telling time. Okay, you all are doing so well that I think it's time for a quick challenge. Let's use our brand new skills to help Luna answer some questions. Here is question number 1. The short hour hand is pointing right at the 5, and the long minute hand is all the way up at the 12. What time is it? Yes, the answer is 5 o'clock. Excellent work. You are all official time tellers. You ready for question 2? Okay, the long minute hand is pointing straight down to the 6. How many minutes is that? Ooh, and can you remember its special name? That is it. It's 30 minutes, which we also call half past. You're all doing such an amazing job. Take a good close look at this clock. Remember those steps we just talked about? First the shorthand, then the longhand. What time do you think it is? Go on, I'll give you a second. Say it out loud when you've got it. The time is 6:45. Yes, if you got that, you are just amazing. See, the hour hand just went past the 6, and the minute hand is pointing right at the 9, which, if we count by fives, is 45 minutes. You totally did it! Wow, what an amazing job today, learners. You have learned so much, and Luna is really starting to understand time now, and it's all thanks to you. Let's do a super fast recap of everything we learned. We talked about all the parts of the clock, how to read the hour and the minute hands. We counted by fives, and we even learned special times like quarter past and half past. But our time adventure is not over yet. That's because in part 2, we're going to tackle something new called time intervals. We'll be solving puzzles, kind of like this one. If Luna leaves our house at 7:15 and she gets to school at 7:45, how long did it take her to get there? We are going to figure out puzzles just like that one together in our next adventure. So keep practicing reading those clocks and get ready for part 2.
See you next time on Fun-Filled Figures.